Hey Virgo. Okay, so the middle is the Seven of Pentacles, and that's a card about give and take. It is a Pentacles card. So if you think about it, if you have a certain amount of Pentacles, so Pentacles is health, well-being, spirituality, but then it's really more material things like where you live, like your physical place where you live, your car, your job, how much money you have in the bank, things like that. So this points to a time, um, sometimes you need help and others can help you, and sometimes you can help. And it's a really it's a relationship. It feels good to give, and if you feel at least relief and so grateful if you need help and someone helps you, but it also feels them to good for them. So sometimes we need to be reminded. I think it's much easier to give, but sometimes it's hard to receive and to not rob the other person of that experience. Maybe you are now in a position where you can get, well, we have the Five of Pentacles. It's almost like maybe you had to ask a favor for someone, borrow money or live with them for a little bit or ask for a ride, I don't know, whatever. And that is bothering you. But I see your finances coming in, and maybe some of you struck out on your own and are trying to do the work from home thing or the online thing, and maybe it's taking a while for it to get off the ground to where you could actually um, support yourself and quit your day job or whatever. Maybe there's some decision maybe you had to make, and I feel like this is a reflection again on all of 2019. You had to make a decision that it made you people wanted you to explain your decision, if that makes sense. And you simply had to be strong and, this is my life, my decision. I don't need to answer to you. Very much a Queen of Swords type of energy. Look, this is, even if you have a very, very rock solid reason, you don't owe it to anyone to tell them. It's the no is a complete sentence card. Sometimes that happens if people leave a marriage. I don't know if that happened to you, but you'd be surprised how many people think leaving give you bad vibes if your marriage is ending, and especially if you've been with someone that is you feel emotionally abusive or whatever kind of abusive, but that's the one that's hard to see or explain, you know what I mean? So it's not, if you say, oh, they beat me, then they're like, oh, okay. But if you say it was a toxic relationship, people don't seem to be able to get that. Now, I'm seeing another path over here, and it's really beautiful because, and in this card, back to the Eight of Pentacles, this is really being true to yourself and finding what you love to do. It's sort of like what happened made you more fearless. And so you are living more authentically. And that can really throw people. People like to have, this is Jen and she likes tarot and, and that's what she is. Or I'm just, obviously I do a lot more than that, and if I were all of a sudden to move, for some reason that can really mess with people and they'll have all sorts of opinions. But this is you living more fearlessly, because you made this decision. So wands is energy, action. We only have so much energy as human beings. This body needs to sleep and rest and in order to run smoothly. So you really are thinking, well, what am I spending my energy on? And I think you're going to realize you used to spend your energy on things. There are a couple different ways. One, that are none of your business and someone else's responsibility or someone else's responsibility. And then things you do because you feel obligated. And those things are gone. And you're minimizing the things you feel like you justifiably, understandably have to do, like the dishes and taking the trash out and whatever. But even those you're going to trim back to the bare instead of being a fanatic about, and this is obviously not for everyone. Maybe you were like had to be super neat and organized. Like everything had to be, or it got you anxious. It was like you're seeing that. Oh, that's my compulsion or my brain saying, if you got time to lean, you what's that saying? If you have time to lean, you have time to clean. Like that, go, 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 go. And you're like, no, I want to slow down and I actually want to spend time doing this thing that I love to do, that feeds my soul. And if that means I have a little less time to do the things I've decided I have to do, which I do have to do, but it's okay if it slides a little bit because it's more important. I have a different perspective now. I didn't even look at the bottom of the King of Swords. Someone may have had surgery. This Page of Wands, this new inspiration, messages, action, movement, enthusiasm, motivation. Yeah, once you're able to release this situation or put it in, perspective so it's not preying on you, all this creativity comes pouring out of you. This beautiful Empress was mirrored with this Eight of Pentacles, this work that feeds your soul, creativity. And this is what I'm getting at. This is a more organic card. Whereas I have to do the dishes every night and everything has to be perfect before I go to bed, moves into I'm going to go more with if I feel like I have to do something artistic or I have an idea or I want to go for a walk because it's good for my soul and my body. Her more organic style is going to become more prominent. You're going to experience life more than direct life. Ooh, I just got the chills on that one. So here's that Eight of Cups lining up right under this Three of Swords. This is the walking away, just realizing even if you love the person or love the job or love some situation, there was something that just was a deal breaker, really, but it took you a long time to get there because you think, oh, a deal breaker, it's black and white. It's so obvious. You know what I mean? That I would never tolerate it. But things sort of creep up on you and all of a sudden you find yourself in this pattern that you can't believe, but because it sort of comes on gradually. I was just started thinking about my thyroid. So if some of you, I didn't get my blood levels checked. That may be just a message for if you don't put off a doctor's appointment. Make sure you are keeping your regular doctor's appointments. But when my thyroid gets out of whack, which it was recently, but for some reason, and my son's like, "Why are you going up to bed? It's 7 o'clock." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just gonna read." And I would like fall asleep instantly and barely be able to get up in the morning. Yet, so it was so obvious. I mean, my son had noticed it, but to me, because it happens gradually, you're sort of, and you're in the thick of it. If you could zoom out like he's doing, almost in a Three of Wands type of energy, and see the bigger picture, you'd be like, damn, how did I get here? So that type of realization, once you're getting rid of that, and it's like you're going to now bring in situations, relationships, friendships, the way of even employment, business relationships. That would be what that's called. They're going to take on a more spiritual, eye-opening. That's not what I want to say. It just has to, what you do now has to matter and fulfill you. Not that you think everything's going to fulfill you, but you're hungry for this taste of spirituality that you've received last year, and your creativity being awakened. Is that the word? Awakened? Awoke? Wow. It's very early too. I'm only drinking coffee. Yeah, you just want that now. So it would be like you go from watching these readings and thinking what's the prediction? What's going to happen this week? You see them for the depth of the cards, and that it's a tool for spiritual growth more than anything else. There's a depth to something you didn't realize, almost like a Scorpio type. I wonder what's going on, if something's going on with Scorpio somewhere in someone's house, your house or something. In someone's house, I don't know. Yeah, a real spiritual awakening now is influencing your it's the whole mind body connection, the whole thing. It's all connected for you now, and you can't unconnect, you can't disconnect. Okay, well, I think I have another card, or else I'd stop because I don't even know what I'm doing now. Queen of Pentacles. This is you stepping into your power. But paired with this Mother Earth is your creative side, your giving birth. Could be giving birth, but it's of course more metaphorically giving birth to a new way of life, a new type of relationship, a new relationship with money, with everything, with the world, with your life. Is a new relationship. Really, I thought that was the best reading probably that I've done, and I only have 2 more. And I'll see you at the next video. Bye.